Bioshock 2 sees you return to Rapture, 10 years later than the original. Bioshock 2 would have a lot to live up to if it was to improve on the original. 2K Games really pulled it out of the hat with the storyline to throw any gamer and the gameplay to match. The original had everything, the great storyline, the solid gameplay, and the aspects to the game which really made you jump in your seat. Bioshock 2 took a different route to its predecessor. Instead of playing as Jack using tools on the floor and the weapons found, you start as a Big Daddy named Subject Delta. Although you are confused at this turn of events, you find yourself with your very own little sister to protect, Eleanor. With already attached weaponry and armour built to withstand any assaults, the fear of being ambushed by the splicers has been reversed. They should be scared of you. Bioshock 1 made you feel vulnerable, and therefore you feared what came around the corner and made your hair stand on end. But as Subject Delta, you're almost invincible with an arsenal of weaponry at your hand. But the fun doesn't end there. Ever wonder what a Big Daddy would be capable of with plasmids? Yeah, it happens. There's a big variety of the plasmids now, and a much more interaction with the environments. Also, there are upgrades and many more weapons to handle. Your duties as a Big Daddy are simple. Protect your little sister while she retrieves the Adam. But first you need to defeat their own protector. Take a sigh of relief. They are easy to defeat nowadays, and it's very gracious in their rule reward. You have a human conscience now, and there are decisions to be made. You need all the Adam you can grab to defeat the enemies in the next section. It's RPG time as you decide whether to spare or extract the little sister. But that's not all you do. There are several characters in each section, and you'll always have something to do. You may decide to not even kill or spare any little sisters. The choice is yours. But you must bear the consequences of your actions, whether by extracting enough Adam or not extracting any at all. Sadly for Bioshock 2, although the storyline, if you follow it to the very end, is entertaining, the gameplay becomes very repetitive and you find yourself doing the same killing, but just different enemies. Although they get harder, you upgrade just along with them. If you like to explore your surroundings, you'll find many helpful items just left around, and you'll never be without ammo or cash, unless you meet a big sister. Oh, did I forget to mention, these guys are professionals, more deadly than the Big Daddies and much less forgiving. They only come around when you interact with too many little sisters, but when you hear their battle cry, prepare yourself for a long and hard boss battle. With repetitive gameplay also follows very average AI. The big sisters give you a run for your money, but the constant wave of splicers have little in alternate tactics, and you almost have to force yourself to carry on with the game at times. The storyline becoming quite predictable, but it is worth it. At times the story really engrosses you and you can't put down the controller no matter what time it is. There's much more to be seen, and 2K Games have added a lot more to the game. The environments look polished, and when you get to go outside into the water, the movement is captured perfectly. Bioshock 2, by popular demand, features online multiplayer. However, it feels rushed and quite mediocre compared to other FPSs out right now. But Bioshock 2 Online is quite special. With the use of weapons and plasmids, it feels like a totally different online experience. There's about 5 guns to unlock and twice as many in plasmids, but it's as hard to level up. You'll be stuck on the same guns and plasmids for quite a while. Sadly though, the game has not sold well enough to compensate for its possibilities, and there is generally only one game type available, Capture the Little Sister. It's great fun for a while, but it wears off and soon becomes quite boring. There's little difference in the maps as it's all in the same place, Rapture, so you can't see much change every time you play. In hindsight, the online was a great feature, very enjoyable to play, and the controls work well. However, there's just not enough people online to play all the game types, and it can take up to 5 minutes at low points to even find a match. The online is good fun though. You can spend a good hour on it and still find reasons why it's great to play. But without any different game types, and using the same weapons for the majority of the time. Overall, the single player is great. Bioshock fans will thoroughly enjoy the campaign, and the storyline is very well thought out and still has the edge that you can carry on it for hours. The online extends the story and it's very enjoyable. However, many Bioshock fans will be annoyed that the online takes away from the time spent on the campaign. But for any other gamer, this is definitely worth buying, and at such a cheap price of £10. I'm giving Bioshock 2 a very respectable 7 out of 10. The campaign is amazing and really gets you into it, but at moments the story becomes very linear and quite a chore. The online is great fun to play, but after a while it becomes stale, and you start to compare it to other FPSs like Call of Duty, and you start to see where it has gone wrong in some aspects. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say about the game. Would you kindly buy this game right now? Thank you.